Got a 2004 Acura MDX here. I had an issue, would not stay running the other day. It would crank, start, and stalls. And the temperature gauge, it was up all the way to hot. It was pinned up. I checked the coolant, and it was up to the level. And it would not start. I had a code for P0117. It was a engine coolant temperature sensor circuit. So in this car, this is where the coolant temperature sensor is. So basically this sensor is in circuit with your temperature gauge, and it tells the gauge to where it should be at. And it was a bad sensor. It's right on the thermostat housing. You need a 17 millimeter to get this sensor out. So what you have to do is to test the circuit, let's say, to check and make sure that your wiring and the circuit's good. Is one way is to just take the connector off, and you would just jump the connector. So let me just see here. I just got this strand of wire here. So this car is cold. It's completely cold. Hasn't been run yet. This is just to show you guys. So with that connector jumped, that gauge should go all the way up, and your radiator fan will come on. And all you have to do is the connector back on. And once you change the sensor, you would clear the codes and recycle the key. The fan will be turned off, and the gauge would be reading where it should be, at. This is the code P0117. This is the sensor, the old sensor that came out. There was an O-ring on it. When I took this out, the O-ring got stuck in the hole. It didn't come out, so you just need a little flathead or a small pick to get this out. And make sure you take it out, otherwise you will have cooling leaks. So a couple of things. If the sensor is bad, it'll once you turn the car off, your radiator fan will stay on even the car's off. I mean, Hondas and Acuras, it's common with them. They're sometimes during the summertime, they will stay on for a couple of minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, and they will go off. But with this car, it would stay on all the time, and that's one of the giveaway that the coolant temp sensor is bad. Another thing that you will have a hard start. So let's say the gauge doesn't read right, the computer will think that the engine is cold, and it'll richen the condition, so it'll throw more fuel into the engine to make it make the temperature go up faster, and then you'll have a little misfire or a hard start in the morning. In my case, the car again would start and then it would stall. So the first thing, and obviously with the gauge going up all the way when it shouldn't be going up all the way, I scanned it and that was the code. So again, this is the front of the car, driver's side. There's your temperature sensor. You need a 17 millimeter deep socket to get that off. You don't need much force. It cracks loose right away. And right next to it is your thermostat housing. And that's what you have to do. Once you put the sensor in, just clear the codes. and it should be good to go. Thank you for watching.